Michael was a single dad who lived in a small town where everyone knew each other. He had a calm and caring personality that people respected. He worked long hours in his small garage fixing cars, but he always made time for his young son, Liam. Michael loved spending mornings together, walking to the local cafe or visiting the park. That morning was sunny, and the air was fresh, giving a sense of new possibilities for the day. Michael held Liam's hand as they walked, noticing the quiet streets that were slowly filling with people. When they reached the cafe, the smell of fresh coffee and baked pastries filled the air. The place was lively with chatter, clinking cups, and the soft hum of music playing in the background. Michael guided Liam to a small table near the window, where sunlight streamed in and warmed the chairs. As they settled, Michael's eyes wandered around the room, noticing the customers busy with their phones, conversations, and work. Among the crowd, one figure stood out to him. A little girl was sitting alone, her fingers moving in gestures that looked like she was trying to communicate something. Michael noticed that everyone around her seemed to ignore her gestures. Some people glanced quickly and then turned away, while others focused on their own business. He saw her eyes shift nervously, looking at different tables as if hoping someone would notice her. Michael felt a strong urge to help. He understood that she was trying to communicate in her own way, and that she needed someone to see her. He leaned down to Liam and whispered, "Look, she might need a friend. Let's say hello." Liam's eyes lit up with curiosity as he nodded and watched carefully. Michael walked slowly toward the little girl's table, smiling warmly. "Hi, I'm Michael," he said in a gentle voice. Then he signed the word for hello with his hands, moving them smoothly in front of him. The girl froze for a moment, her eyes widening as she realized someone had noticed her. Then she returned the sign with a shy smile, and Michael felt a sense of warmth fill the room. Liam watched in awe as the girl's face lit up with happiness. Michael realized that this small gesture had made a big difference in her world. The little girl introduced herself as Emma. She had dark hair pulled into a neat braid and sparkling eyes that reflected curiosity and intelligence. Michael learned that she was the daughter of the visiting CEO who had come to town for meetings. Emma was deaf, and that was why she used sign language to communicate. She often felt invisible when in public places because most people did not know how to interact with her. Michael felt a connection immediately and wanted to help her feel included. He gently asked if he could sit beside her, and she nodded with a bright smile. Michael began a simple conversation using sign language. He signed his name again and asked her about her favorite activities. Emma's hands moved quickly, and he struggled at first but smiled and repeated the signs slowly for her to understand. Liam joined in, showing Emma the few signs he had learned at school. Emma laughed and taught him a new gesture, making Liam giggle with excitement. Michael watched the interaction with pride. It was amazing to see how quickly Emma became comfortable when someone took the time to notice her. Other people in the cafe began to notice Michael, Liam, and Emma. They saw the little girl laughing and communicating openly, which was different from the quiet and anxious way she had been sitting earlier. Some customers paused to watch, smiling at the connection forming in front of them. Michael noticed their curiosity but focused on Emma. He wanted her to feel safe and happy. He signed a simple question about her favorite color, and she responded with her hands moving gracefully in the air. Her excitement was contagious, and Liam clapped his hands in delight. Emma shared stories about her school, her favorite games, and the books she loved. Michael listened carefully, nodding and signing responses. He laughed with her when she shared funny moments, and Liam joined in with playful gestures. The cafe had changed from a busy and distant place to a warm and welcoming environment. Michael realized that a single person's attention could change the mood of the room. Emma had gone from feeling invisible to feeling celebrated and important. As they talked, Michael learned that Emma often felt ignored because people did not understand her needs. She loved going out but became sad when others did not respond to her signs. Michael's simple gesture of saying hello had given her courage and confidence. Liam was also learning the importance of kindness and attention. He watched as Michael patiently explained and repeated signs, ensuring Emma understood and felt included. The little girl's laughter echoed in the cafe, attracting smiles from strangers who had been busy with their own lives. Emma's mother, the CEO, had been sitting nearby, observing from a distance. She was deeply moved by how Michael had interacted with her daughter. She saw the joy on Emma's face, something she rarely witnessed in public. The CEO felt gratitude and admiration for Michael. She approached them with a soft smile, thanking him for noticing and helping her daughter. Michael waved his hand humbly, signing that it was nothing but a pleasure. Emma held Michael's hand tightly, signing a simple word for happy, and he signed back, sharing the joy. Michael realized that kindness was not just about grand gestures. Sometimes, it was about noticing someone, giving them attention, and making them feel seen. He looked at Emma and felt proud of the moment they had created together. Liam learned that day how small actions could make a big difference in someone's life. Emma was no longer invisible. She laughed, signed, and communicated freely, showing her intelligence and personality. The connection they shared brought light not only to Emma but also to everyone who noticed their interaction. The morning passed quickly, filled with smiles, laughter, and learning. Michael signed with Emma, showing her more simple gestures and encouraging her to express herself. Liam practiced alongside her, and they taught each other new words and signs. Emma's confidence grew with each passing moment. The cafe staff began to notice and joined in, learning basic signs to communicate better. Michael smiled at the simple impact he had created. The little girl who had felt unseen was now the center of attention, and the atmosphere was filled with warmth and kindness. By the time they were ready to leave, Emma hugged Michael and signed a word for thank you. Michael returned the gesture, signing "You are welcome." Liam waved goodbye, promising to visit again soon. The CEO thanked Michael sincerely, appreciating his patience, understanding, and gentle approach. Michael felt happy knowing that his small act had created such a positive impact. Emma's world had expanded, and so had the awareness of people around her. The morning had started like any other, but it ended with a memory that would stay with all of them for a long time. Michael and Liam left the cafe, holding hands and smiling. Liam asked questions about Emma and how important it was to notice others. Michael explained that everyone has something special, and sometimes all it takes is a small gesture to make a big difference. The sun shone brightly as they walked home, carrying the warmth of the morning with them. Michael felt satisfied, knowing that he had made the world a little brighter for Emma. That day had reminded him that kindness and attention could change someone's life forever. After the morning at the cafe, Michael could not stop thinking about Emma. He realized how much impact a simple act of noticing someone could have on their life. He decided to take a small walk with Liam to the nearby park. The park was quiet and peaceful, with the soft sound of birds and the rustling of leaves in the gentle wind. Children ran across the grass, playing games, and some families were enjoying a picnic. Michael held Liam's hand and spoke about the importance of kindness, explaining how noticing others could bring happiness to their lives. Emma's mother had spoken with Michael's son, Liam, and learned that he had a natural curiosity and gentle heart. Liam wanted to visit Emma again, and Michael agreed to help him do so. The CEO's office was nearby, and they agreed to meet in the park later that afternoon for Emma to practice more signs and play outside. Michael thought it would be a perfect way for Emma to gain confidence in a new environment. Liam was excited and could not wait to teach her the simple signs he had learned in school. By noon, the park was alive with laughter and movement. Michael brought a small picnic blanket, snacks, and water. He wanted to ensure that Emma would feel comfortable and at home while playing outside. When Emma arrived with her mother, her eyes sparkled with excitement. She waved and signed hello immediately. Michael waved back and helped her sit on the blanket. Liam eagerly showed her the simple signs he had learned, and Emma began to teach him a few new words. The bond between the three of them grew quickly, and Emma's confidence became more visible with each passing moment. Michael noticed that Emma was no longer shy about her gestures. She signed freely, expressing herself with clear movements and a joyful smile. Liam tried to mimic her movements, sometimes clumsily, but Emma laughed and guided him gently. Michael watched as the two children learned from each other. He realized that even small interactions could teach valuable lessons about communication, patience, and understanding. Emma's mother observed quietly, feeling thankful that her daughter had found someone who understood her world. After a while, Michael suggested a small game to help Emma and Liam practice their signs. He asked them to take turns showing a sign and having the other guess its meaning. Emma clapped her hands excitedly and signed her favorite words first. Liam tried to guess, sometimes getting it wrong, and they laughed together. Michael joined in with simple gestures, making the game fun and educational. The park around them seemed to fade as their focus stayed on the conversation and connection forming among the three of them. As the afternoon went on, more children noticed Emma and Liam playing together. Some approached shyly, curious about the signs they were using. Michael welcomed them and encouraged Emma to teach the new children simple gestures. Emma's eyes lit up with pride as she became the teacher. Liam followed her lead, sharing the signs he had learned. Michael felt a strong sense of joy watching them interact. The park, which had seemed ordinary in the morning, became a place of learning, friendship, and inclusion for everyone nearby. Emma's mother approached Michael and thanked him again for creating such a positive environment for her daughter. She said that Emma often felt invisible in public spaces, but Michael had changed that today. Michael smiled and said that it was natural to notice someone who wanted to communicate. He signed a few gestures to Emma, who immediately responded with a happy expression. Liam joined in, and soon Emma, Liam, and Michael were creating a lively game of gestures, movement, and laughter. After some time, Michael suggested a small art activity. He brought colored papers, markers, and pencils. Emma's eyes widened with excitement, and she immediately signed that she loved to draw. Liam grabbed a pencil and sat beside her, eager to participate. Michael gave gentle guidance, asking them to draw their favorite things and then sign the words for each drawing. Emma signed beautifully, showing animals, flowers, and a small house. Liam tried his best, and Michael praised them both. The activity became more than just art. It was a way to share ideas, thoughts, and feelings through signs and drawings. While they were drawing, a few parents who had children playing nearby came to watch. They were curious and asked Michael how he was teaching the children to communicate. Michael explained that Emma was deaf and that using sign language allowed her to express herself clearly. He encouraged the parents to learn simple signs to interact with children in need. Emma's mother smiled, realizing that this small afternoon had not only helped her daughter but also inspired others to be more inclusive and kind. Michael, Liam, and Emma continued their activities, moving from drawing to simple storytelling. Michael signed simple stories for Emma to guess, and she responded with her gestures. Liam created little stories with signs and gestures, and Emma listened carefully, responding with expressions and signs of her own. The three of them laughed together, learning from each other. The sunlight grew softer, casting a warm glow on the park, and Michael felt a deep satisfaction in knowing he had created a meaningful connection for Emma that would last long beyond the afternoon. Later, Michael suggested they go for a short walk along the park's walking path. Emma held Michael's hand while Liam skipped ahead, signing new words to her as they walked. The CEO walked beside them, grateful for Michael's patience and kindness. They talked about future activities and how Emma could continue learning new signs. Michael reminded Liam that kindness was a habit and that noticing others' needs should always be a part of life. Emma nodded happily, understanding his lesson in her own way. By the evening, the group returned to the park blanket and shared a small picnic dinner. Emma and Liam exchanged their favorite snacks while signing their favorite foods. Michael joined in, teaching them a few new gestures for sharing, gratitude, and happiness. Emma's laughter was infectious, making the people nearby smile. Her mother, the CEO, watched quietly, feeling proud and moved. Michael realized that the simple act of signing hello that morning had grown into a beautiful afternoon of learning, friendship, and connection. The sun began to set, painting the sky in warm colors of orange and pink. Michael packed the picnic items while Liam and Emma finished their drawings. Emma hugged Michael tightly, signing thank you, and he returned the gesture, signing you are welcome. Liam waved goodbye, promising to visit again soon. The CEO thanked Michael sincerely, acknowledging the patience, understanding, and gentle care he had shown her daughter. Michael smiled, feeling content with the impact he had made on Emma's day. As they left the park, Michael reflected on how simple actions could create profound changes in someone's life. He held Liam's hand and spoke softly about empathy, attention, and kindness. Emma had learned to express herself, Liam had learned the joy of helping others, and Michael had created a memory that would last a lifetime. The day had been ordinary at first, but it had become extraordinary through small gestures, attention, and care. Emma's confidence had grown, and the world around her had become more welcoming. That evening, Michael thought about how he could continue helping Emma and other children in similar situations. He considered organizing small playgroups or sign language sessions where children could learn, share, and feel included. Liam was excited at the idea and immediately asked about the next visit. Michael smiled, realizing that small acts of kindness could multiply into larger opportunities for growth and inclusion. The evening air was cool, and the stars began to shine above, reminding him that even the smallest light could illuminate the darkness. Emma's mother thanked Michael once more before leaving the park. She praised his ability to connect with Emma naturally and patiently. Michael waved humbly, signing to Emma and Liam that it had been a pleasure. Emma's bright smile followed them until she disappeared from view. Michael realized that a simple hello had grown into an afternoon of joy, learning, and connection. He held Liam's hand tightly as they walked home, feeling proud of the impact they had created together. The night settled over the town, and Michael knew that the memories of the day would remain in their hearts. Emma had gained confidence, Liam had learned the importance of noticing others, and Michael had reminded himself of the power of attention and kindness. The little girl who had been invisible that morning had found her voice through gestures, laughter, and shared activities. Michael felt that he had done something meaningful, something that would inspire not only Emma but also those around them. The next morning, Michael woke up early, thinking about Emma and the joy she had brought to the previous day. He prepared breakfast for Liam and talked about how much fun it would be to visit Emma again. Liam was excited, asking if they could bring some new games and snacks to share. Michael smiled, knowing that these small gestures would make Emma feel special and included. He packed a small bag with colored pencils, markers, and a few storybooks that he thought she would enjoy. When they arrived at the park, Emma was already waiting with her mother. Her eyes lit up when she saw Michael and Liam approaching. She waved enthusiastically and signed hello, and Michael waved back, smiling warmly. Liam ran ahead to greet her, and they immediately began practicing the signs they had learned yesterday. The morning sun shone brightly, filling the park with a soft warmth. Michael felt proud to see Emma so confident, her movements clear and expressive, showing the joy she felt being noticed and included. Michael suggested starting the day with a storytelling game. He held up a small book and signed the title to Emma. She responded quickly with her gestures, showing curiosity and excitement. Liam sat beside her, eager to participate, and Michael began narrating a simple story using signs and gestures. Emma and Liam followed along, signing their thoughts and ideas as the story unfolded. Their laughter and chatter drew the attention of a few passers-by, who stopped to watch the interaction, smiling at the children's energy and connection. After the story, Michael encouraged them to create their own story using drawings and signs. Emma's eyes sparkled as she signed the first sentence of her tale. Liam added his part, and Michael guided them in sequencing their story so it made sense. The three of them worked together, creating a small adventure full of animals, forests, and brave children. Emma's mother watched proudly, seeing her daughter take the lead and express herself creatively. Michael realized that moments like this could teach children more than words ever could. Once the story was complete, Michael suggested a small relay game to combine physical activity and sign language. He marked a path in the park using sticks and asked Emma and Liam to pass a small ball while signing the names of different animals. Emma ran with excitement, signing quickly, while Liam tried to keep up and repeat the gestures. Michael encouraged both of them, praising their effort and teamwork. The game became full of laughter, energy, and learning. Even other children in the park joined, curious about the signs and eager to participate. After the game, they took a short break on the blanket. Michael unpacked some snacks, offering fruit, sandwiches, and water. Emma signed thank you, and Michael signed you are welcome. Liam shared his snacks with her, showing kindness and cooperation. The afternoon sun shone brightly, and Michael noticed how confident Emma had become. She was no longer shy, no longer quiet, and no longer invisible. She had found her voice through signs, laughter, and the patience of someone who cared to notice her. Michael suggested they try a new activity to strengthen Emma's sign language skills. He taught her a few new signs, focusing on emotions, places, and favorite foods. Emma responded enthusiastically, signing quickly and clearly. Liam practiced alongside her, occasionally making mistakes, but Emma guided him with a gentle smile. Michael felt a deep sense of satisfaction watching them learn from each other. The activity was more than educational. It was a bridge between children, parents, and even strangers who observed and learned. Later, Michael proposed a nature walk along the nearby trail. He thought that being surrounded by trees, flowers, and birds would inspire creativity and calmness. Emma held his hand, signing happily about the different plants she saw. Liam ran ahead, pointing at birds and showing new gestures he had learned. Michael walked slowly, taking in the peaceful environment and feeling grateful for the opportunity to spend time with these children. The trail became a classroom of natural wonders, stories, and shared discovery. During the walk, Michael noticed a small group of children observing from a distance. He invited them to join Emma and Liam in learning simple signs. The children were hesitant at first, but Emma welcomed them with a bright smile. She taught them a few gestures for greetings and animals, while Liam demonstrated the signs for food and colors. Michael watched proudly as Emma became the teacher, confident and patient, sharing her world with others. The new children laughed, learning quickly, and the group became more lively and connected. By mid-afternoon, Michael suggested they take a break under a large tree. He spread the blanket and encouraged everyone to draw what they had seen on the nature walk. Emma drew birds, trees, and flowers, signing the names of each item as she worked. Liam sketched animals and a small house, signing for colors and shapes. Michael joined in, showing the children how to combine signs with drawings to tell a story. The CEO observed quietly, moved by how much Emma had grown in confidence and skill. Michael then proposed a cooperative game using both signs and movement. He created a small obstacle course with cones and asked the children to complete it while signing words for different objects. Emma ran quickly, showing agility and clear gestures. Liam followed, laughing, and the new children joined in with excitement. Michael encouraged teamwork, praising cooperation and communication. The game not only provided exercise but also strengthened bonds and improved their sign language skills. As the late afternoon approached, Michael suggested a quiet storytelling circle. They all sat on the blanket, sharing personal stories through signs. Emma told a story about her favorite day at school, signing every detail with pride. Liam shared a small adventure he had imagined, and Michael guided the discussion, ensuring everyone understood and participated. The children listened carefully, learning from each other and enjoying the shared experience. The CEO watched with admiration, seeing her daughter thrive in this supportive environment. Michael then suggested a simple mindfulness exercise to help everyone relax after the active day. He asked them to close their eyes, breathe slowly, and notice the sounds of nature around them. Emma followed his lead, signing about the birds, the wind, and the warmth of the sun. Liam described what he saw and heard, using gestures to communicate. The CEO signed quietly to her daughter, joining the activity. Michael felt a sense of calm and accomplishment as he observed the children connecting with the environment and each other. After the mindfulness exercise, Michael encouraged the children to write a short letter or note to someone they cared about. Emma chose to create a note for her mother, signing each word carefully. Liam wrote a note for Michael, signing words of gratitude. The activity reinforced the importance of expressing feelings and appreciation. Michael smiled as he saw the children learning to communicate not just words, but emotions, and understanding the power of connection. Later, Michael led the group in a small cleanup activity. They picked up trash and organized the park area, signing words for teamwork, help, and cooperation. Emma and Liam worked together, demonstrating responsibility and care for their surroundings. Other children joined, inspired by their efforts. Michael realized that even small acts of care could teach valuable lessons about responsibility, kindness, and inclusion. Emma's confidence and leadership were evident as she guided others patiently and joyfully. As the sun began to set, Michael suggested they sit quietly and reflect on the day. He asked Emma and Liam to share what they had learned, signed with gestures. Emma signed about the fun she had, the new friends she made, and the confidence she gained. Liam signed about the importance of noticing others and helping friends. Michael nodded proudly, signing that he was proud of them. The CEO observed, grateful that her daughter had such a positive role model and friend in Michael. Finally, it was time to leave the park. Michael packed the items, while Liam and Emma exchanged hugs and signed goodbyes. Emma signed thank you repeatedly, and Michael returned the gesture, signing you are welcome. The CEO expressed her appreciation again, acknowledging Michael's patience, care, and understanding. Michael smiled, feeling content that he had made a meaningful difference in Emma's life. The day had been full of learning, laughter, and connection, and everyone left with a sense of joy and accomplishment. As Michael and Liam walked home, he reflected on how a small act of noticing someone had led to such a wonderful day. Emma had grown in confidence, new friendships had formed, and the children had learned valuable lessons about communication, empathy, and kindness. Michael knew that moments like these were rare, and he felt grateful to have been part of them. Liam held his father's hand tightly, already asking about the next visit and the new games they could play. That evening, Michael prepared dinner, thinking about how Emma's presence had enriched their lives. He and Liam talked about the importance of patience, understanding, and kindness in everyday life. Michael realized that teaching children to notice others and appreciate their uniqueness was one of the most important lessons he could share. Emma's journey had inspired not only Liam but also himself, reminding him of the power of attention, care, and inclusion. As night fell, Michael looked out the window, imagining Emma practicing her signs at home. He felt a sense of peace knowing that the bond they had created would continue to grow. Liam was already asleep, dreaming of the games and stories they had shared. Michael reflected on the events of the day, proud of how much Emma had flourished and how small gestures could have such a big impact. He knew that this was only the beginning of many more wonderful days with Emma and Liam, filled with learning, joy, and meaningful connection. The following morning, Michael woke with excitement, thinking about the day ahead. He prepared a small backpack for Liam, packing some storybooks, drawing materials, and a few snacks. Liam jumped with joy, eager to meet Emma again and continue the adventures from the previous days. Michael reminded him that kindness and attention were important, and that noticing the needs of others could make the world a better place. They set out together, holding hands and sharing smiles along the quiet town streets. When they arrived at the park, Emma was already waiting, waving excitedly. Her mother walked beside her, smiling warmly. Michael greeted them with a gentle wave, and Liam ran ahead to join his friend. Emma signed hello and laughed as Liam tried to mimic her gestures. Michael noticed how confident she had become, her body language relaxed and her expressions full of joy. The sun shone brightly, casting soft light across the park, creating the perfect environment for learning, play, and connection. Michael suggested starting the day with a small treasure hunt. He had hidden simple objects around the park and made a list of signs for Emma and Liam to find and match. Emma's eyes sparkled with excitement as she signed she loved the idea. Liam followed closely, eager to find the hidden items. Michael guided them carefully, praising their efforts and encouraging teamwork. Other children nearby began to notice and joined in, creating a lively group filled with laughter and curiosity. As they moved through the park, Emma led some of the new children in practicing their signs. She taught them greetings, animals, and colors with patience and confidence. Liam followed, signing the words he had learned, making everyone laugh at his enthusiastic attempts. Michael watched proudly as Emma took on a leadership role, showing how much she had grown over the past few days. Her mother observed quietly, filled with gratitude and admiration for Michael's dedication and care. After the treasure hunt, Michael suggested a quiet drawing session under the large oak tree. He spread a blanket and encouraged everyone to draw their favorite part of the treasure hunt. Emma signed joyfully as she sketched animals, flowers, and small hidden objects she had found. Liam drew the same objects, practicing his signs as he described his drawings. Michael joined them, demonstrating simple gestures for storytelling. The activity encouraged creativity, learning, and communication while reinforcing the skills Emma and Liam had been developing together. Later, Michael proposed a storytelling game where each child would add a sentence using signs and gestures. Emma started with a story about a brave little bird, and Liam added details about a forest adventure. Other children contributed, creating a collaborative story full of imagination and fun. Michael guided the group, ensuring everyone understood and participated. Emma's confidence shone as she communicated clearly and encouraged others to share their ideas. The park had become a place of joy, learning, and friendship for all the children. After storytelling, Michael brought out a few musical instruments he had brought from home. He encouraged the children to create a small rhythm using drums, tambourines, and shakers while signing words for sounds and beats. Emma signed enthusiastically, guiding Liam and the new children in coordinating their movements. The music combined with gestures, laughter, and teamwork, creating a lively and energetic atmosphere. Michael noticed how the children's creativity and communication skills continued to grow as they explored new ways to express themselves. As the afternoon progressed, Michael suggested a nature walk to observe the plants, birds, and insects in the park. He encouraged the children to sign what they saw, describing colors, shapes, and movements. Emma led the way, pointing out flowers and birds, signing quickly and clearly. Liam followed, signing the animals and colors he recognized. Michael walked beside them, praising their efforts and teaching a few new signs along the path. Emma's mother joined the walk, quietly signing with her daughter and observing the bond Michael had helped create. During the walk, Michael noticed a small pond with ducks swimming calmly. He suggested a game where the children would guess the names of animals and plants using signs. Emma signed excitedly, demonstrating her knowledge, while Liam and the other children tried to match her gestures. Michael guided the children, ensuring they understood each sign and encouraging cooperation. The game turned into a fun learning experience, building both confidence and communication skills. Emma's laughter echoed across the park, attracting smiles from parents and passers-by. After the nature walk, Michael invited the children to participate in a small storytelling circle. He encouraged each child to sign a personal story about something they loved. Emma shared a story about her favorite day at school, signing each detail carefully. Liam told a story about a small adventure in their neighborhood, using gestures to describe his experiences. Other children joined in, practicing their signs and learning from each other. Michael observed with pride, realizing that the children had developed a strong sense of connection and understanding through their shared experiences. Later, Michael suggested a cooperative art project. He brought a large sheet of paper and markers, encouraging the children to create a mural depicting their favorite moments from the day. Emma and Liam worked together, drawing animals, trees, and scenes from their treasure hunt. Other children joined in, adding their contributions. Michael guided the group in using signs to communicate ideas, collaborate, and share their thoughts. Emma's confidence and leadership were evident as she helped guide the project and teach others the signs they needed. As the evening approached, Michael proposed a small mindfulness session to end the day. He asked the children to sit quietly on the blanket, close their eyes, and focus on the sounds around them. Emma signed about the birds, the rustling leaves, and the warmth of the sun. Liam and the other children followed, signing their observations and feelings. Michael led the session with gentle gestures, encouraging reflection, awareness, and gratitude. The children relaxed, feeling peaceful and connected to each other and the world around them. After mindfulness, Michael suggested they share notes of appreciation with each other. Emma signed a note for her mother, expressing love and gratitude. Liam created a note for Michael, signing words of thanks for his guidance and patience. The other children also shared notes with their friends and parents. Michael felt a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that the children had learned the importance of expressing feelings, appreciation, and care. Emma's confidence and happiness were visible in every gesture she made. As the sun began to set, Michael helped the children pack up their things. Emma hugged him tightly, signing thank you, and Michael returned the gesture, signing you are welcome. Liam waved goodbye, promising to visit again soon. The CEO expressed her gratitude once more, acknowledging Michael's patience, care, and dedication to her daughter. Michael smiled, feeling content that he had created a meaningful and lasting experience for Emma and all the children involved. Michael walked home with Liam, reflecting on the past days and the incredible growth he had witnessed. Emma had gained confidence, learned to express herself more clearly, and developed leadership skills. Liam had learned the value of kindness, empathy, and inclusion. Michael felt proud of the connections he had helped create and the positive impact their time together had made. The little girl who had been invisible had now found her voice and inspired others to notice and care. That evening, Michael prepared dinner while thinking about the lessons of the day. He spoke to Liam about the importance of paying attention to the needs of others, listening carefully, and helping friends. Liam nodded eagerly, sharing his excitement about the next visit to the park with Emma. Michael smiled, knowing that moments of connection, understanding, and kindness could leave lasting impressions on children. The experiences they had shared would remain in their hearts for a long time. As night fell, Michael looked out of the window, imagining Emma practicing her signs and sharing her stories at home. He felt peaceful, knowing that he had helped create a safe, joyful, and inclusive environment for her. Liam was already asleep, dreaming of games, stories, and adventures with his friend. Michael reflected on the importance of noticing others, taking time to listen, and showing patience and understanding. The little girl who had felt invisible was now confident, happy, and proud of herself. The following days continued with visits to the park, games, storytelling, and learning. Michael encouraged Emma to practice new signs, explore her creativity, and share her knowledge with others. Liam continued to support her, learning and teaching alongside her. Emma's mother observed with gratitude, appreciating the positive influence Michael had on her daughter's life. Michael realized that simple acts of attention and kindness could lead to remarkable growth, connection, and happiness. Eventually, Emma became a confident leader among her friends, teaching signs, sharing stories, and encouraging participation. Liam grew in understanding and empathy, learning how to notice others and help them feel included. Michael felt proud, knowing that the bonds they had formed would continue to grow and inspire others. The small gestures, simple games, and patient guidance had created a lasting impact on Emma's life and the lives of all who had joined in. The experiences with Emma taught Michael valuable lessons as well. He realized that noticing others, listening carefully, and showing patience were among the most important gifts anyone could offer. Liam had learned to share, teach, and care, and Emma had gained confidence, joy, and the ability to express herself. The days spent together had created memories, strengthened relationships, and inspired the children to continue learning, sharing, and helping others. On one quiet evening, Michael reflected on how a single gesture had changed everything. Saying hello to Emma had opened a world of connection, learning, and friendship. Her laughter, signs, and stories had filled the park, teaching others about patience, attention, and understanding. Michael knew that small acts could have big consequences, and that noticing someone who felt invisible could transform their life. He smiled, thinking about the bright future ahead for Emma, Liam, and all the children who had learned to communicate and care. The bond between Michael, Liam, and Emma continued to grow, with visits to the park, storytelling, games, and learning sessions. Emma became a confident, happy, and expressive child, no longer feeling invisible or ignored. Liam developed empathy, patience, and leadership skills, learning to notice others and make a difference. Michael felt satisfied, knowing that he had created lasting positive change. The little gestures, simple activities, and shared moments had created an environment of joy, growth, and understanding for everyone involved. Even as the days turned into weeks, Michael continued to support Emma's learning and confidence. He encouraged her to explore new ideas, meet new children, and express herself boldly. Liam continued to participate, learning and teaching alongside her. The CEO observed proudly, knowing that her daughter had found a friend, teacher, and mentor in Michael. The small acts of attention, kindness, and care had transformed Emma's world and inspired others to follow her example. Michael often reflected on the journey they had taken together. It had started with a simple hello, a small act of noticing a child who felt invisible. That gesture had grown into days of learning, games, laughter, and connection. Emma had flourished, Liam had grown in empathy, and Michael had experienced the joy of making a meaningful difference. The story of their friendship and learning was a testament to the power of attention, kindness, and inclusion, showing that small acts could have a lasting and profound impact.